support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J.
All right, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good morning.
Yeah.
My name is John Reed, and I'm the Vice President of Enterprise Technologies for Brunswick Corporation.
Awesome. So Brunswick is a name that I'm familiar with, but why don't you give folks that maybe aren't a little background on who you are and basically what you're doing here at CES and looking to accomplish?
Great. I have been with Brunswick about 2 years and spent my previous life in academia and then in industry working for John Deere, actually, who's also here.
Go green.
Go green, yeah. And we're really here about how we're more involved in how technologies, especially ACES-related technologies, autonomy, connectivity, electrification, and shared access, help us deliver products that smart products that deliver smart experiences for our consumers.
It seems like this is kind of the theme we've seen already during the show. Some of the same companies trying to do that. Can you give me some specifics and some things you guys are working on?
Well, we've in the past 2 years we've announced plans for a lot of opportunities in electrification. We have multiple products coming out in the near future. Connectivity is one that we've already delivered to the market in terms of how we connect to consumers through our C-Zone Connect app. It gives us good insights into what's happening with them on the water and how we can help deliver better experiences for them. And in autonomy, at CES, we had an autonomous technology. We're working with our partner CRL, Carnegie Robotics,
Yep.
and it's providing situational awareness around vessels so that we can deal with those complex situations out on the water where you have difficulty in docking or
Right.
challenging conditions, and what we can do to make it easier for consumers to use our products.
You know, if I think back, oh boy, I should know this. There's this global system now to track ships and everything that
Sure,
is
it's like an AIS.
Yeah,
Right,
an
right.
AIS is what
Right,
it is.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So were you guys involved in that at all, or in the early days of that deployment, or?
Not many of we are not.
Yeah.
Not many of our boats use that, but that's an interesting kind of infrastructure that if we connect to it can help provide information. We have mapping technology through our Navico organization that allows us to use those maps for navigation.
Sure.
We have a number of products on the market for automation that are kind of digital control of the vessel, being able to move the boat laterally through our Mercury propulsion systems, and just trying to make it easier to give the pilot the ability to control the vessel.
What is the average deployment size for your guys' gear for as boat size or ship size?
We make boats under 50 feet.
Under 50.
Generally, that's right. And those are, a lot of them are mostly used for recreational
Sure.
marine. That's the focus of our business.
Yeah. And I think that today, with I don't know what you guys have seen, but the camping world is seeing a huge surge because of COVID. People are out sailing more because of COVID. People are out boating. They're trying to get out and away.
Exactly.
So are you seeing a surge in your business from people looking to kind of move a little bit off grid or get away from the population?
Yeah, we have seen that, and our products have been in high demand during the entire period of COVID, and that makes it great for trying to add technologies to them to deliver better experiences.
Yeah, I follow a lot of sailing channels. I don't sail, but kind of live vicariously through YouTube, and it's amazing the tech that they have now, at least on some of the yachts and some of the sailing vessels that are out there. What you talked about, some of the proximity stuff and trying to navigate in tighter areas. What are you doing there? Is that through sensors or?
Exactly. So a lot of products that you see here have the ability to control the product very accurately through digital means, and we have that too in our product offerings today. But what's new is providing situation awareness and using advanced compute and AI to complement what the pilot is doing and to help them in those difficult situations, give them insights, be able to do the control operations, things like auto docking.
Right.
And situation awareness means adding bring perception sensors like you're seeing in automotive to the vessel.
Interesting.
And out on the water, we can sense the surface of the water and things that are above the water as well as things that are in the water.
Or under it.
That's right. And we do make sensors for detecting what is under the water.
My car has self-parking, but I am very reluctant to ever use it. I guess I'm old school. I can look over my shoulder and parallel park, no problem.
Right.
But, the vehicle will park itself. Do you find any resistance in some of the old-timer pilots saying, okay, we can autopilot, we can auto-dock the boat? Do people get leery of that?
I think that's actually kind of the crux of all of this. Experienced pilots can do a lot of things, but boating is becoming more democratized.
That's
where
right.
More and more people don't have that experience.
That's right.
And if you have ever docked a boat, it doesn't matter how experienced you are, there's always people either in the boat or on the dock that have a perspective of how well you did. I mean, you think about it, a boat is not as much like a car. It doesn't just stop.
No, it doesn't.
And you've got the wave action and forces that are taking place.
That's right.
It could be current or wind. And
sure.
all of those make that really pretty complicated, and you don't want to, if you just stop controlling the boat, it keeps moving, right?
That's right. And it can be very expensive, the end result, if you don't control the boat.
Exactly. It's
holes and docks damage and other boats and everything. So that's really awesome. And I think that for me, if I was to ever buy a larger boat, I'd be in that category. I'd be like, let me get someone on here that can help park this thing.
Exactly. With electrification, there's kind of a similar thing. We were at CES the first time in 2020, and we announced a product called Fathom. And there it's thinking about, a lot of people will buy a boat and they have to buy a generator and genset just to take along to repower
That's
things
right.
or to power their house side of the boat types
Sure.
of things. And we introduced a product that year that takes the outboard and uses as a source of power to charge batteries and a bank of lithium-ion batteries that we carry in the vessel. And then we have loads that are in the boat that we can then use, like air conditioners and stereos and grills and everything else that we can help keep those operational and give a better experience out on the water without a genset.
Right. Yeah, because I know that, especially in the sailing world, they don't have, they can motor, but I see a lot of those folks are running full-blown generators because, to recharge the batteries. But I'm also seeing on now even electric motors that people, when they're under sail and the propeller spinning backwards and recharging the battery bank.
That's exactly right. So they have the advantage that they can capture the wind power during operation, use that to drive an electric drive that then powers the battery pack.
So how are you guys then taking... Obviously, on a powered boat, you're under power all the time. So where is the placement then generally for that? Basically, you're capturing the spin of that prop or the drive shaft to collect energy. Where does that happen?
Well, in recreational marine, that's kind of the challenge with electrification. You need to capture the power before you go out,
right?
And have a charged battery pack, and batteries, of course, are fairly heavy, and they displace some of the weight that you'd like to carry people on the boat. So we're looking at use cases that you have to get really detailed in how your consumers are using your product. If they use it a few hours on a lake or in special use cases, then we can provide enough energy storage today to allow them to go out and have that experience, and then they have to come back to the dock and plug in like your electric car.
All right, awesome. Well, folks, fantastic stuff going on with Brunswick, Brunswick.com.
Brunswick.com.
BRUNSWICK.com. Thank you for coming out and sharing.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. Good luck with the show, and glad to be back here live with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
TPN CES 2022 coverage is executive produced by Michelle Mendez. Technical directors are Kurt Corliss and Adam Barker. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz and Maurice McCoy. Interviews are edited by Joe Minnie. Hosts are Marlo Anderson, Todd Cochran, Scott Ertz, Christopher Jordan, Danielle Mendez, and Alante Sparks. Las Vegas studio provided by HC Productions. Remote studio provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. This has been a Tech Podcast Network production. Copyright 2022.